Hey guys, what's up? Sam Downey here. Hope you guys are having an awesome week. Thanks again for the amazing support I had on my post saying that I was going on hormone replacement therapy. Honestly, really appreciate everyone that was like, yo, you're killing it, proud of you. Like, honestly, yeah, it was actually amazing. Basically, I've been getting a lot of people reaching out, asking about hormone replacement therapy. Why have I chosen to take on HRT? So I just want to answer some questions and go over some of the effects of what I've been feeling in the first couple of weeks of being on HRT. So basically, what I am taking is I'm taking testosterone blockers. And I'm taking estrogen, estradiol. Blockers will block the testosterone, and then the estrogen, get the estrogen in, and then replace the hormones, because hormone replacement therapy. So I identify as non-binary. I also identify as trans as well, but I do like to use non-binary as like my main one because I basically don't fit into the gender norms of male and female. I'm kind of like in the middle. I like the androgynous kind of look. I have a lot of masculine characteristics. For example, I talk very masculine, I'd say. Like I do use like yo dude, yo bro, yo homie, how's it going? Like, I don't know. Oh man, yeah. And then when it comes to my feminine characteristics, I do like sometimes wearing makeup. I'm obsessed with my hair, like actually obsessed with it. Like, I don't know, I spend hundreds on hair products. Like it's actually a problem, but yeah, like, but I'm happy though. Yeah, I spent my whole paycheck on hair products. Let's go into a couple of the questions that you guys had. So why did I decide to start HRT? So one of the main reasons was I've been like out as non-binary for, I would say, about a year now, and then on social media and everything, probably about a couple of months. I think I came out as non-binary on social media. I think it was in April, maybe March, April-ish. And yeah, I had a social transition. I was loving life. I was a lot happier mentally. Everyone was saying like, you're killing it. Like you're just so much happier, so much more confident in yourself. And yeah, I totally felt that as well. Felt way more confident in my own skin. When it came to meeting new people, I used to be like very shy, and I used to kind of almost have this like, I didn't really know what to say in like serious conversations. So I'd kind of just be like, yeah, sick, dope, like I didn't really have much of an opinion, but now like, whenever I'm talking to someone about something serious, I can actually give my feedback, and I'm actually confident in what I'm saying. And also when it comes to my own mental health in general, I always had like issues talking about my mental health to people because my gender dysphoria kind of was just like the barrier to everything else. So like people would be like, before it came out, they'd be like, hey, are you okay? Like you seem kind of like, off today. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm great, like, yeah, excellent, like, because, like, all I could think about was just my gender dysphoria, and, once I finally came out as non-binary, it was, like, a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, and that's why, like, I tell everyone, like, just, if you are, like, non-binary, genderqueer, gender fluid, trans, like, live your life to the fullest. It's honestly not worth it staying in the closet because, like, you're scared that someone's gonna be, like, upset about it, or someone's not gonna accept you. In the end, like, there are so many people out there that you will be able to build a support system, even if your support system right now, for example, like your parents, grandparents, that kind of stuff, aren't as supportive. Like you'll be able to build a support system 100%. And that's the main thing about being like, yourself is you're the only person that can define that. Parents don't know who you are when it comes to your gender. Grandparents don't know, brother, sister, all that kind of stuff. It only comes up to you. If you think you're trans, you are trans. If you think you're non-binary, you are non-binary. If you think you're gender fluid, you're gender fluid. It's all on you. It's nothing to do with basically anyone else's opinion. It's all about your opinion on it. And yeah, live your life to the fullest. So the reason why I have decided to go on hormone replacement therapy is I still suffered from gender dysphoria. So after I came out as a social transition, I was really confident, really happy with myself, but there was still one thing that was kind of like holding me back. And with me, like, I really liked a lot of the effects that I've seen from other people who did do hormone replacement therapy, and I did show interest in stuff like chest growth. Also the mental effects, there is a bit of like a mental kind of like mood change that I was interested in because I kind of felt like that with the testosterone, I wasn't really like as confident with myself, and I just felt if I switched to more like an estrogen, it'd be like, I'd get a lot more confident. And honestly, in the first week that I've been on estrogen, like I've even seen a way huge like confidence boost, and like it's insane. Like it's actually insane. Like I don't know, I think about it sometimes and it's actually like a dream come true. It's actually a dream come true. Like, sometimes you're just like, I'll just be laying in bed and like I'll think about, when I was like 10, 11 years old, and like I had all these thoughts like, man, like what is wrong with me? Like why am I not satisfied with like my gender? And like just like now it's just like, like little Sam would be happy. Little Sam would be like, yes, you did it. But yeah, a couple of things that I am interested in when it comes to HRT is super interested in chest growth. Not trying to sound rude, but I'm trying to grow some boobies here, like, what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm super interested in that. Like honestly, like makes me so happy when I think about it too. Like and I'm not really looking, rock some like double D's, but like an A cup, a B cup, like hell yeah, like I'm totally down for that. Also another thing that is it's kind of a weird topic, but like, should probably bring it up, is the libido. So when it comes to me, like of course, like I do kind of want to still use my penis, but it's not a huge deal for me. What was a big deal for me is like, I don't know, you try and put on like short shorts, and like every single time I'm just getting like this huge erection. It was getting so annoying after a while. So that was one of the main things that like, I was interested in when it came to hormone replacement therapy, because I'd be at the dollar store in leggings and it's like, you almost have to like kind of cover up. You have to use the basket to put it over your crotch, because it's just like, I don't know, it's just like awkward. When it comes to my genitals in general, I have no issues with that. Like I don't mind having a penis. Like I kind of like having a penis. Like I'm a big fan of standing up while peeing. That's always been a fine thing for me. When I'm wearing tight clothing, and I'm a really big fan of leggings, short shorts, that kind of stuff. It was just like almost like difficult sometimes to wear that kind of clothing, and it really like affected me mentally. And that was one of probably the big reasons why I decided to go on HRT. So yeah, like basically I want to start making these videos, every like week or so, just kind of updating people. We'll go over some topics as well in the trans community. For example, even though I identify as non-binary, I still also identify as trans, because the main definition for transgender is a person who doesn't assign with the gender they were assigned at birth, right? It's nothing to do with, a lot of people think that transgender means, oh, you're gonna go male to female, or oh, you're gonna go female to male. That's not the definition. Like, I don't know where people thought of that, like where people think that's what it is, but it's like, that is not the definition of transgender. Transgender is basically a umbrella term for all these other genders that you can be, basically. So there's like demi-boy, demi-girl, gender fluid, gender queer, and then like non-binary, agender, trans-masc, trans-feminine. There's all these basically genders, and then also like there is male and female as well, like because there are people like 100%. There are people that were like assigned male at birth and they identify as 100% female, and that's awesome. Like that's sick. Like that is really cool. Like that's awesome. Also, another thing to bring up too is if you will say you were assigned male at birth and you identify as a female, it doesn't mean you have to be 100% feminine all the time. You can still be masculine. You can still wear boys' clothes. It doesn't really matter, because it's like, it has nothing to do with your looks, really. It has to do with what you identify as and what you are. So yeah, thanks for listening to me rant for basically 10 minutes. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna be posting videos like this all the time. If you guys have any specific questions about non-binary gender or any genders in general, I know how to use Google, so I can totally research up more genders if anyone has any questions about that. But for now, yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram, and catch you guys later. Peace.